Namaste students. Let us discuss and continue factors affecting absorption of drug. In that we are discussing physico-chemical properties affecting absorption of a drug. Now the next physico-chemical property is lipophilicity of drug, and this lipophilicity is expressed in terms of partition coefficient of a drug. So this is the property which we are going to discuss today. Then coming to the lipophilicity of a drug, how we can define lipophilicity? It is the affinity of a drug for a lipid environment. It is the interaction of that drug molecule with the lipid environment. And this lipophilicity is important in the absorption of a drug or transfer of a drug through the cell membrane, and the cell membrane is composed of a lipid. It is a bilipid membrane. In between the proteins are also there. This lipophilicity is a property of a solubility of a drug. As we have discussed earlier, solubility of a drug, there our focus was on aqueous solubility of a drug. Now here our focus is on non-aqueous or lipid solubility of a drug. This lipid solubility is expressed in terms of partition coefficient. You know this. What is partition coefficient? We have studied partition coefficient or distribution coefficient of a drug. In second year B Pharm, we have estimated distribution coefficient of a solute or a drug. We have conducted an experiment. We have used there one method of estimation of distribution coefficient. Now the same distribution coefficient when we use to estimate for the drug molecule, we are going to call it as a partition coefficient, because it is the drug is getting partitioned into different non-miscible environment. One is the aqueous environment, second one is a lipid environment. Therefore it is called as a partitioning of a drug, separation of a drug, distribution of a drug in these two immiscible environmental conditions or layers. So coming to the definition of partition coefficient, it is a ratio of unionized drug distributed between organic phase and aqueous phase. The word unionized drug is important here, because the unionized form of a drug, it will get partitioned very easily into the different environmental phases or environmental conditions. The equation for this partition coefficient, it is a well-known equation to you. It is a ratio of concentration of a solute or a drug in organic phase and concentration of a solute or a drug in aqueous phase. The same thing is explained in terms of a diagram. With respect to this diagram, we can understand here the two immiscible solvents are taken. One is octanol, second is water, and the given drug in a known quantity is mixed in this two immiscible solvents. Then how to estimate the concentration of a drug in these two solvent layers? We can do this by using any better and sensitive analytical method. And we can estimate finally the log P, which is a log to the base 10 of ratio of the unionized concentrations of the drug. So we are going to come again with this log P, towards this log P. Let us define now, let us understand what is the P or partition coefficient. It is a concentration of neutral species. What it means is unionized species of a drug which is dissolved in a partitioned solvent, and concentration of a drug of unionized or neutral species which is dissolved in water. The distribution coefficient D can also be defined. It can be also be determined as a ratio of concentration of all species. When we say distribution coefficient, it is all together, ionized and unionized. Both type of molecules are covered here. Concentration of all species of drug dissolved in a partitioning solvent, and concentration of drug, all species of a drug dissolved in a water. Now how to estimate, how to determine this partition coefficient? We are going to label here. We are going to note only the name of the methods. First and very easy method which can be done, which can be used, which can be practiced in a laboratory is shake flask method or stir flask method. Second method is the HPLC method. One more method is also available, which is called as electrochemical method, and another method, slow stirring method. Here we are going to only understand what type of methods are available to estimate partition coefficient. Our focus is main on the application and significance of partition coefficient or lipophilicity and how it is affecting the absorption of drug. So let us discuss in short what is the shake flask method. Here you again recall what we have done the experiment in the second year, how we have estimated the distribution coefficient there by using a separating funnel. Two immiscible solvents are taken, generally the octanol and water. Again coming to this, why we can use any non-polar solvent here. N-octanol, chloroform, butanol, cyclohexane, carbon tetrachloride, we can use anything. But N-octanol is used here because it is available in a more excellent pure form and the results are excellent for N-octanol. So generally the Ko by W is represented as octanol water partition coefficient, and the solute is a drug which can be added in a known quantity. Then we have to keep it up to the equilibration period. You decide that period, and after that equilibration separate the layers and find out the concentrations of the solute or a drug into this. Coming to the same method is explained and how to estimate the log P. As we have discussed the log P also, we have defined the log P. Here how to estimate, how to find out log P value. The added analyte means drug is added into immiscible solvents here. Here instead of water, buffer is used because it is log P value more important for the drug. Therefore the buffer is used. For that buffer you can select any pH, pH 3, pH 5, pH 6. So when the drug, known quantity of a drug is added in these two immiscible solvent mixtures, we have to give some equilibration time for that drug to get partitioned into these two layers depending upon the affinity, solubility of that drug. Then you can separate these two layers and you can measure the drug concentration or analyte concentration in these two phases. And P is a ratio of concentration of a drug in aqueous organic phase divided by concentration of drug in a aqueous phase. For example, the values are taken here 18 and 2 and the ratio is 9. So the log of this 9 is log P value, that is 0.954. So like this you can estimate the log P value, and it is generally, as we said, lipophilicity is expressed in terms of partition coefficient, and partition coefficient is expressed in terms of Ko by W, that is octanol water or two immiscible liquids, oil water, and then further extension this partition coefficient is expressed in terms of, or lipophilicity now particular is expressed in terms of log P value. Again the same shake flask method is explained here by using the analytical method, how you can estimate these. This is the procedure or steps which are involved in this estimation. Coming to the next method, HPLC method. Here the more sensitive analytical method like HPLC we are using here to estimate the concentration or the partitioning of a drug. So HPLC method, which is again in this also N-octanol and water is used. One more equation we have discussed earlier, that is the partition coefficient is a ratio of concentration of drug in aqueous and concentration of drug in organic. But the solute may undergo the dissociation, solute may undergo the association. Now this is example of association. Therefore benzoic acid, when it is mixed in benzene and water solvent system, so association is there. So therefore the equation is 1 upon the C aqueous divided by C organic raised to 1 upon N, and this N is the number of molecules which are taking part in this association. So the linear equation can be estimated log C aqueous is equal to 1 upon n log C organic plus log K. So based on that we have solved some equations also. Coming to the partition coefficient values of some drugs, say you can look at the octanol water partition coefficient for amitriptyline, it is 4.94, amphetamine 1.80, cocaine 2.30, fluoxetine 4.5, haloperidol 3.23. So it is in the range, you can say it is in the range from 1 to 5. Okay, so this is when we use a buffer instead of water, what happens to the Ko by W or partition coefficient. One example we are taking here, the model compound is 2-chlorobenzoic acid. The log Ko by W, that is by using only water, the partition coefficient value is 2.05. When water is replaced with the buffer pH 3.2, the value changes to 1.57. When it is replaced with pH 4, the value changes to 0.92. When the pH is increased, that is 4.8 buffer is used, the value is again very less, 0.14. What it represents is the partition coefficient of unionized concentration of a drug is important, and the ionization is dependent upon the pH conditions. So while estimating the partition coefficient, you always remember the ionization properties of a drug. So we are going to link all these three properties together: lipophilicity, partitioning, ionization, and the pH of the environment together, and we are going to discuss separately a pH partition hypothesis, pH partition theory. Coming to the log P, which is the expression for partition coefficient, it is a measurement of drug water solubility. Partitioning means that drug will get divided into the parts between water and the organic layer or oil layer. So P is the concentration in the organic layer divided by concentration of a drug in a water layer. Log P is log to the base 10 of concentration in organic divided by concentration in water. So the application of log P is given further. So we are going to discuss in the significance of partition coefficient. That part we are going to discuss again. Now the significance or application of this partition coefficient. Why it is important? So log P value is used in a pharmaceutical and biotechnological industries to understand the behavior of a drug molecule in the body, and the drug candidates are often screened according to the log P among the other criteria to help and guide drug selection and analog optimization. According to the Lipinski's rule of 5, what is the significance of log P? Let us understand that log P of a compound intended for oral administration should be less than 5. But more lipophilic compound may not be ideal for the penetration through certain barriers. So it is not always advisable to have a more log P value. It should be in the range. A drug targeting the CNS, central nervous system, should be ideally have log P value around 2. Generally you can understand the log P value if it is in between 2 to 3. So it is advisable. 2 is again ideal. For oral and intestinal absorption, the ideal value is given here 1.35 to 1.8, just less than 2. While a drug intended for sublingual absorption, the log P value should be more than 5. So this is the application of partition coefficient of a drug. As a summary, you understand the value of partition coefficient. If it is less than 0, you understand that the drug molecule is a polar drug molecule, and the drug molecule may have challenges in the absorption of a drug. Example is gentamicin. You can understand if the partition coefficient it is in the range of 0 to 1, the GI absorption is good. The example is minoxidil. When the partition coefficient value is about 3 or 1 to 3, you can say less than 3, then the appreciable absorption is possible for the drug. Example of a drug is chlorpromazine. When the partition coefficient value is higher, more than 5, the substance or the drug is having challenges in the intestinal absorption. Example is pimoxide. So the octanol water partition coefficient, which is in the range from 0.07 to 5, is considered as acceptable for drug absorption. So this is the significance and importance of this property, partition coefficient of a drug. Thank you students. Happy learning. Keep learning. Thank you.